This month, nutrition coach Ashley Sorensen is showing us a meatless recipe for each meal.
Now today she starts off with scrambled chickpeas. You can make it for breakfast really any time of the day if you want as well. Ashley, good morning. How's it going?
Good morning. Good. Doing well. How are you guys?
Well, it's Monday, but whenever we're talking about making something yummy, that kind of cheers us up a little bit, even though we're not going to get to taste test this. But I love this. So we're starting with breakfast for our Meatless Monday recipe today. Before we get into making it, can you just start with some of the nutritional benefits of this recipe?
Yeah, so we're using chickpeas. That's kind of the star of the morning here. And chickpeas, garbanzo beans, are what is in hummus, but they are packed with protein, plant-based protein, and fiber. So really good for you, just all around nutritious. They're used in so many different things, and I thought, people, sure, you can go meatless by doing oatmeal. That gets kind of boring sometimes. So why not mix it up a little bit with something different? So chickpeas, getting some protein in there too, a different texture, using it in a different way that most people have used before. I'm sure when you guys saw it, you thought, I wonder what this is. So yeah, it is scrambled chickpeas that we are making.
All right, well then let's just dive right into it. What ingredients do we got? And let's get this cooking up.
Yeah, so chickpeas, 1 can of chickpeas, and then what you do is you drain off the liquid. We are going to use some of that later. And then we've got turmeric, cumin, ginger. You can see those there. Black pepper and sea salt. And then, then we're going to use that chickpea, some of the liquid. So the liquid from chickpeas, it's very interesting. It's called aquafaba, and you can actually make it into a meringue. So it helps the consistency become a little bit creamier. And what we do with the chickpeas is once we've drained it out, I mashed up like half of them. You can mash up as many as you want. It's kind of like a texture thing. So I thought it was good to just mash half of them. And then here's that aquafaba. You can kind of see it's a little cloudy, a little bit yellowish. That's the liquid from the chickpeas. So we're going to pour that in. And then our seasonings, and I tried to keep it really easy, the amounts. And, does this taste like scrambled eggs? Not necessarily, but it has that same texture of scrambled eggs, and it really is a good replacement. So then we're just going to stir that up. And then I also have hummus. So we're going to add a little bit of hummus in. I just use like a roasted pine nut hummus. You could use whatever you like. This gives it more of a basic flavor than some of the hummuses are so different. Oops. And then we're just going to stir that up. And then really, I say to cook it for about 3 minutes, you're just getting the ingredients together more so, because there's nothing in here that's raw that would be bad for you to eat, just as is. So then we are just going to pour it like right into our pan. And then we get this nice, it does look like scrambled eggs. So that's that turmeric. We used some of these spices last week too for some of our like detox, that water or the golden milk, and then we did a soup before too. So we're still using some of these spices, which are great, but it's not overly spicy. So then we just have it like this, and I serve it with some like steamed spinach. You can make this into an omelet, so add in veggies if you wanted, and then some avocado. So a different take on Meatless Monday, and yeah, we're doing this all month. So I thought let's start with breakfast. And give people a new option.
And I thought it was interesting you pointed out, because it does look like scrambled eggs, but you pointed out texture-wise it might work for you, but it does not taste like scrambled eggs. So people like to know that,
And don't go into it thinking it's going to taste like a normal scrambled egg would.
But I mean, it tastes really good. So I think people, if they made it, they wouldn't say, well, I don't like it. It's not the same as scrambled eggs. I get that.
How about substituting any ingredients? Because you said it's not super spicy, but some people might be concerned about it being even a little spicy.
Right. So really, you wouldn't have to use the cumin. The cumin is the one that has a little bit more of a bold flavor. But the turmeric, ginger, again, if you don't have those two, you can mash up your chickpeas. Maybe add a little bit more hummus. There's great flavor in your hummus. So if you have like a red pepper you like. Again, this is just like a roasted pine nut. Then it'd be more of a I mean, chickpeas don't really have too much flavor on their own, so it'll take on the flavor of whatever you put with it. But add some salt and pepper. That'll definitely go far.
And it doesn't take very long because I think that's key too. I like some different options for breakfast, and I'd love to take advantage, but if it's going to take a long time, then you're less likely to do it. But this, wow, that was just really a matter of minutes.
And the main thing was just kind of that can of chickpeas that you got to have. All the other stuff you might have on hand anyway.
I love it.
Right, and then you just mash them up and you're ready to go. So it doesn't really take long. It's probably faster than your eggs.
Probably. Ashley Sorensen, thank you so much. Look forward to the rest of the recipes that we will learn throughout the month. So thanks for starting with breakfast today.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Coming up here on today's show, psychologist Dr. Renardi. She joins us to tell us what we need to know about anxiety, something a lot of us are dealing with right now. She'll explain right after the break.